in the heart of forested lands of Abaduma, where mist whispered through the trees, and old gods watched silently, there lived a boy whose name inspired neither pride nor pity. His name was Nubusai, a name meaning life first, but to the people of Abaduma, he was only the cursed orphan. They said his parents, Akolo and Igioma, were punished by the gods for defying sacred customs. His father had supposedly offended the chief by refusing to marry the chief's daughter. His mother, it was said, went mad and leapt into the sacred river. And so the boy became a symbol of disgrace. He was raised in the home of a widow named Mama Fu, not out of love, but out of duty. She fed him sparingly, spoke to him sternly, and reminded him often, "Your parents brought disgrace upon this village. You are lucky to be breathing here." Ndubasai grew in silence, shamed and bruised. The other children mocked him. The elders ignored him. The priests gave him no blessing. But what tormented him the most was not knowing. He didn't know what his parents looked like, how they had died, or if the stories were even true. All he had was a void where truth should live. Everything changed one stormy evening. While patching a hole in Mama Fu's wall, Ndubasai discovered something strange. An old clay pot, sealed with cowries and hidden behind a loose stone. Inside was a parchment wrapped in oilcloth. A letter. The handwriting was elegant, careful, and trembling. "My dearest son, if you have found this, they have buried the truth with me. Your father, Akolo, was murdered, not by the gods, but by men, powerful men. He defied their greed, and they destroyed him. They cursed me as mad because I knew. They wanted you to grow without answers. But if you must know the truth, beat the Iya drum. Then listen. The ancestors will speak." Ndubasai stared at the letter. His hands trembled. His chest burned with questions, and now with rage. The Iya drum was legendary in Abaduma. It stood in the sacred shrine, cloaked in red, bound with cowries, and only displayed once a year during the New Yam festival. No one ever played it. It was said that striking the drum would awaken the Ekimuo, spirits of the wrong dead. Only the mad would beat that drum, they said. But Ndubasai no longer feared madness. As the village prepared for festival, Ndubasai volunteered to help sweep the shrine's outer chamber. That's when he overheard a conversation through the bamboo walls. The chief, Eldenwaka, and the high priest whispered urgently, "The boy knows too much. If he learns about Akolo, everything we built will collapse. We kept it buried 17 years. He's only a boy. So was his father when he defied us. Look how that ended." Ndubasai's blood went cold. They had killed his father. It wasn't myth. It wasn't madness. It was murder. That night, as drums echoed from the village square and palm wine flowed freely, Ndubasai crept into shrine. He approached the Iya drum. The air felt thick, alive. He raised a mallet and struck. Boom, boom, boom. A rhythm not heard in 17 years. The wind stopped. The fire dimmed. The ground itself seemed to listen. And then the visions came. He saw Akolo arguing with the elders, refusing to sell the river land rich in gold and herbs. He saw Adora, the chief's daughter, confess her love to Akolo, and the chief swearing vengeance. He saw a ritual killing, his father's body buried beneath the shrine, blood smeared on the Iya drum itself. He saw Igioma, his mother, try and tell the truth, declared mad, and cast into the river. "You were never cursed," a spirit whispered. "You were born to awaken the buried truth." Ndubasai collapsed to the shrine floor. By dawn, the villagers found him unconscious before the drum. Gasps filled the air as they saw the Aya still beating. On its own, the chief stormed in livid. "He has brought a curse upon us." But before the punishment could be declared, the sky darkened. Clouds twisted unnaturally. Thunder rolled, not from the heavens, but from the earth, and from the mist emerged a figure glowing faintly. Igioma, her spirit. She stood radiant and righteous. "You murdered my husband. You silenced my cries. And you left my son in shame." One by one, more spirits appeared. Akolo, the midwife who knew the truth. The murdered farmers who had resisted the elders. Their faces full of sorrow and fire. The spirits declared judgment. Chief Obiacre was dragged before the shrine and stripped of his title. He was exiled, humiliated, and forgotten. Elder Nwaka died the next night, choking on his own words, foaming at the mouth. The high priest went mad, wandered into the forest, and was never seen again. The village held its breath, but the spirits did not destroy them. They simply said, "Never bury the truth again." The elders offered Ndubasai a seat among them. A new title, Speaker of the Drum, was created in his honor. He declined. "I do not want power. I want memory. Let the truth walk freely, never in whispers again." From that year onward, the Aya drum was played not in fear, but in reverence. Every festival, Ndubasai struck 3 beats, one for his father, one for his mother, and one for every silent soul waiting to be heard. Children gathered to hear him speak, and Abaduma remembered what it once tried to forget. They mocked the orphan, but he became the echo of justice. In Abaduma, the drums no longer lie. They only wait for someone brave enough to play them.